Good morning, Janice.
Good morning, Anthony.
Today we're going to talk about how to sell a cash-poor probate co-op. So how do you sell a probate co-op when the estate has no other cash, like zero? Okay, so first of all, why does the estate even need cash? Real estate is a great investment. Well, you need to pay for a lot of things, such as the preparations, movers to clean it out, cleaners to get it to, respectable condition, not even spick and span, but just decent.
Broom clean, yeah.
Yeah. And possibly contractors for minimum reservations. We've talked about how you might not be able to sell at a low price because co-ops will require you to sell at a certain price, but then it's a dump. Like, I can't sell it at that price. Well, fix it up then. Well, I don't have any money. So those situations come up, and it's part of the struggles of dealing with co-ops in general. So for some houses, cash buyers and investors might be an option. They'll just buy it as is, and they'll take care of all these issues. Yeah. But for some houses and for most co-ops, that's not an option. Co-ops, cash buyers just won't buy co-ops because they know the headaches. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. A lot of hoops to go through.
Yeah. All right. So, so one option is, basically how do we raise cash to do this stuff is one option is to sell personal property. If there's no cash or bank accounts, it's often because, people have accounts. Nobody dies with no account. It's usually because they have named beneficiaries and they forgot about it. So that means that those accounts go to whoever was named as beneficiary, and there's no operating fund for the estate to run. It's one of for this reason, beneficiary designations are one of my pet peeves. They usually end up messing up things more than they solve, more often than not, at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, the estate has this valuable real estate, and you have no means to turn it into cash. So usually, the personal property in your residence. Sorry, I know you don't think this, but usually it's junk. It's not valuable to anybody. I know you treasure your iMac or your I don't know, your
my little piece of something I got from a yard sale 6 years ago that makes me happy. Yeah.
Or the dining table you took so long to pick out. You're in love with it, but nobody else loves it the way you do. Trust me.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Sometimes you have antiques or really high-end pieces, but those can definitely be moved or sold. But generally, it's not worth the cost of running the sale or what have you, right? But in this situation, you have no choice. So maybe the executor can find enough furniture pieces or jewelry or just anything to raise some funds for the estate. But this is not great. You're asking your executor essentially to do a yard sale or a garage sale in the hopes of raising enough money, which can be thousands of dollars, to clean out the rest of the junk, the stuff that didn't sell.
I don't know if you've been at a garage sale lately, but you're not making thousands of dollars.
Exactly. Bingo.
Yeah. So we see this furred coat. I'll give you 25 cents. True story.
Yeah. Who goes to an estate sale looking to pay,
You're not.
Right. So
you're not paying retail close to it. You're paying. They know you need to get the stuff moving.
They know that this recently was a dead person's. Nobody wants to pay.
Right.
All right. So anyway, another option. You ask the heirs to pay. And we covered this very undesirable option in prior episode when we talked about just general illiquid estates. This one is dealing with co-ops in particular. But bottom line, the heirs almost never have the funds. They're waiting for that inheritance. Not always, but that's more often than not. And even if they do, they don't want to kick in. Why would they? And even if they did want to, it creates drama. If you have one heir of many who's putting in money to make the estate possible, it causes a lot of imbalance. And they're like, well, I'm the one who paid, so I should get more information, or I should get more considerations or treatment, and then that'll really just anger
Trauma,
the other heirs.
Issue and
So you have a lot of issues with that. So anyway, it's unlikely, but even if it was, not a great idea. Okay, so lastly, this is the one that might work out, but it's tough to get. You can get a bridge loan. Bridge loans, for anyone who doesn't know, is a very short-term loan to get you from point A, like from one situation to the next. Like I think in business, it's to get through a bad month or so or something like that. And in real estate, it's to get you from illiquid to being able to sell it. Yes. So no, these are not the same as inheritance funding loans, which are quite usurious, and we're not fans of those.
Totally different. Yeah.
Totally different. This is a loan that's secured by the property itself. So there's I don't know if they put a lien on it, but or otherwise there is security.
They could, right? Yeah.
I don't think they do. And for that reason, can be very reasonable interest rates. Sometimes in the right scenario, you might even get zero interest and have basically an interest-free loan. So it sounds, that's sweet. Why don't we just do that? Well, there's a catch. There's a lot of paperwork and there's a lot of conditions to getting these types of loans. Specifically, you sometimes have to work with a particular brokerage firm or a particular broker because it's their firm that's making the loan to get the listing, if that makes sense.
Right.
But if you don't care about which broker you use, and if you don't have any options, then yes, this could be a pretty reasonable solution. You just have to power through basically like a mortgage application to get the loan done. So, So those are the none so ideal solutions to when a co-op in particular, which we know our opinion, has no cash, or a co-op, an estate has no cash to sell a co-op. Yeah.
Right. Which can, like you said, can be a lot of hoops, any of these that we just talked about, which is why you probably want to think about a professional executor. So check out Anthony's book, How to Hire an Executor, available on Amazon. Yeah,
if you dump the situation on a friend or family member, they're not going to have a fond memory.
They're not going to think Probate is complex anyway. And then you throw this into the mix, they're going to have a lot of bad words. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, cool. Hope this helps some folks who are either planning for their co-op or are in a similar situation. Thanks, Janice, as always. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We will talk soon next time.
Talk soon.
Take care.